Okay, it'll be brief. I was a referee at the event, and in 2014, I think most of you know, I was one of the directors involved with antennas and towers, erecting 65 stations in 72 hours, thanks to a tremendous crew of volunteers. Just briefly, a couple of quick notes. I was a referee for the Finnish team. I was OH6KZP and OH6UM. Basically both excellent single operator guys. I have reservations in terms of how they did as a team, but one thing that was kind of notable in the setup, which was Friday afternoon after we got the draw, I went out to the site. They handed me a box as a referee. It had the scoring computer, had a Nokia phone, a router, a switch, a bunch of wires, etc. So after the guys got all set up with their 200 pounds of radio equipment, and they used FTDX 5000s, they were able in the setup, as all of them were, to bring in a technical resource to help them make sure everything was operating properly. So they had this third person, another OH guy, join them during the setup. And we got to talking and whatever, one thing led to another, and come to learn that the third guy was the chief designer at Nokia for chips. Interesting. So one of the last things I had to sort out was with the scoring computer and use the Nokia phone to do an SMS or a text message back to headquarters that, you know, we're on the air, blah, blah, blah. I couldn't figure out how to turn the damn phone on. So after about 30 minutes of screwing around with it, I just handed it to you know, the chief designer of chips at Nokia, and said, "You figure it out." And turned it on, we got it logged in, everything was cool. The other point mentioned here briefly, I don't know if that part of Germany went away totally on holiday, but I think that's what happened, because after we got the stuff set up, we decided we'll come back after lunch, and then we'll do some on-the-air testing, make sure we have no interference issues, etc. So we decided let's pack up in, you know, as a group of us, the Finns, me, and one other guy, we were out looking for a restaurant. 3 hours later, we finally get back to the site. We couldn't find a single restaurant that was open. It was unbelievable. Everybody had left town. In fact, even Wittenberg, as beautiful as it was, initially my thought was, we must have talked to the mayor and said, please have your population leave the community, because we're going to take over this joint. And there are a lot of stories about what happened outside of the hotel, the noise level, you know, 60 dB over with the apartments across the street. Not a lot of happy people at 4 a.m., but I digress. Okay, that's my bit. Dennis?